Let's get this reset. And we're back. This is Joe Vagno. You're listening to Local Biz Now. If it's Friday morning, your business matters. I want to thank LCANSavings.com. I want to thank the SignPostOnline.com. I want to thank Sandler Partners. Please go to 704-800-5774. And of course, attention, Manpower.com. They're hiring today. Go to Manpower.com. And of course, if it's Friday morning, I'm sipping on a cup of black powder coffee because it's delicious. You are listening to us on either 105.9 FM, 100.7 FM, 1400 AM, or TuneIn Radio. And we also have a 25.2 TV in Charlotte and Continuum Channel 4. We thank you all for listening to us. And I am Joe Vagnone, and I've been the host of Local Biz Now for about 6 years now. You are listening to one of the top business radio shows in the entire area, and we are pleased to present this to you. And every week we like to bring you a profile of a local business owner. And today it's a good friend of mine. He is the owner and founder of We Handle Tech. Travis, how are you, my friend?
Good morning. I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, buddy. Travis, give them your name and your company name again. I want to make sure they hear it straight from you, buddy.
Yeah, We Handle Tech, and our website is www.wehandletech.com.
And Travis, you and I have known each other for years, right?
Yeah.
So everybody wants to know how people get started in business. So kind of walk them through how you got started.
Yeah, mine's an interesting story. I was 23 years old, 29 now, so a couple years ago.
You were just a babe in the woods.
Oh, man, I was a little youngster. Actually, I worked for another company. I've been doing IT my whole life, and you know, I felt like I wasn't being treated right, and I saw opportunities where I could take them and seize them. So what I did was I just kind of jumped off the gun and started my own business, saved up some money and went for it.
You know, one of the things you did, which is really interesting, you started with a storefront, and I found that kind of courageous, right? I didn't think I hadn't seen up until then where the storefront was the first place to start for a business. Why did you choose in that direction first? Is it because of the business model you were after?
Well, so where I worked, I was actually a shop tech. So what I was used to is people walking through the door and fixing their computers. So that's, in my head, really is all I knew. And, you know, I just got really lucky. I picked an excellent location, and I didn't have a lot of overhead. So, you know, with everything combined, it actually worked out perfect because I'm still in the same spot.
Right.
And I'm in a high traffic area. The income's decent there. Great, actually. So if I could do it all over again, I probably would not have started with a storefront. But through the grinding and hustling, everything worked out well, and now I'm really glad where I'm at.
Right. So let's tell people, what does We Handle Tech do? Because it's 3 or 4 different things.
Yeah. So what I tell everyone, the nice thing is we do everything from fix your broken iPad. You cracked the screen, you dropped it, or you might have dropped your iPhone, or everything from that to all the way to managing your 300 user medium-sized business network. So everything from in between there. We have a bread and butter where the main thing we focus on is the small business or end user, maybe the stay-at-home mom who works from home as well, and you know she can't print, or she has a virus on her computer, so she can call us, and I'm sure we'll go into it in a little bit of the exact service that we provide and go from there.
Right. So it's interesting that you say you've always been in tech. That's just been your thing, man. I mean, is that where you knew you were going to end up?
So it started in middle school, actually. I became addicted. My grandfather bought me my first computer, and the first thing I did, brand spanking new out of the box, I took it apart. And you know, he was furious, and I put it back together, and I actually learned how to fix from there, and I actually got into pro gaming. Believe it or not, you get paid to play video games these days. It's getting bigger and bigger, and it might.
I didn't know that.
Oh wow, yeah, it's millions and millions are being thrown around just for kids playing video games. And if you're a parent listening at home and your son is addicted to video games, it might not be a bad thing. So I was addicted to video games. I was playing a lot, and I actually got paid to play some games and went from there into technology. I started learning how to code and got into web design when we switched from dial-up internet to DSL and the web started to boom. So it basically went from fixing my first computer ever, and I just became sucked in.
So, are you self-taught? I mean, did you just figure all this out on your own? How does that happen? Because I can wake up any day I want, and you know me, I'm not going to be able to work on a computer. How does this happen?
It's the same thing as like maybe you're obsessed with cars, and you get your first car, and you might not have the money to fix it, and you start to learn, and you're young, and now you're addicted to fixing cars, and you open up your own mechanic shop. I am self-taught. The resources on the internet now these days are great, so we can learn basically anything. You can teach yourself anything these days. So
right. So let's do that. Let's talk about the size of your company, right? Like my buddy Chad works with you as well, right?
Yep.
So you've got about 3 or 4 people that work with you.
Yeah, we have. So I have Chad. He's our number one remote tech. So when you're calling, we do offer a service. It's $30 a month, and you get unlimited tech support as part of that package. So when you're calling in, you're getting Chad or Jake. So Jake is our shop tech. If you bring in your laptop and it has a virus on it, more than likely Jake's going to have his hands on it and get that thing taken care of and back out to you as quick as possible.
So talk about your bread and butter, which is that $30 a month, right?
Yeah.
That's where I started with you, right? You got tired of me coming in asking to fix the computer, and you had to keep it for a day and a half. And you said, man, if you just let me do this remote, I can take care of it in 10 minutes.
Yeah. So what's awesome is we have a service. $30 a month, and it includes, the biggest thing is unlimited tech support. So you're getting your own IT guy, like in your back pocket. $30 a month, can't beat it. It also comes with antivirus, automated maintenance, tune-ups, everything that's going to keep your computer functioning the way it should be. And then there's also a back end to it where the hardware is being monitored. So like, let's say your hard drive's starting to fail. We're going to know about it before it actually does fail, and then we can get you in here, schedule some downtime for you so your computer's not broken. You're being proactive instead of reactive. Now, you're not sitting at home trying to boot your computer and get some work done. We can schedule that time out in advance.
And one of the things you did for me is at the house, I've got an office at the home, and I've got like 4 stories, right?
Yeah.
It's a really odd shaped home, and it's been hard for me to get internet everywhere. Of course, I got my smoking room downstairs by the water, so there's a large area to cover, right?
Oh yeah.
No telling where I'm going to want to do my work, and you installed something that just sort of solved that problem. What was that? And I want people to know that there's things you can do on a residential level as well.
Yeah, so that's a wireless mesh system. Mesh technology has been around for a while, but now we're being available for the home user. So what we do is we take a couple of what we call wireless access points, put them throughout the house, and now we cloak your whole home with Wi-Fi, and that seems kind of expensive, and realistically it's quite affordable depending on the size of the home. So that's another thing too, is as technology evolves, price starts coming down and things become more affordable every day, and now you can sit on either your back dock and smoke a cigar, or you can be upstairs in your office, anywhere throughout your house, and you have a reliable internet signal.
Right, I got it. So my friend, let everybody know again, you were going to say something. Go right ahead.
Yeah, no, I have one thing. I didn't know if we were wrapping up.
No, we're not wrapping up.
Okay.
I wanted to make sure that you tell everybody where they can get you if they got a question.
So the best thing, you can email all of the techs at one time, support@wehandletech.com. And WeHandleTech is just spelled out. So it's support@wehandletech.com, and that's TECH.
And your shop is located where?
It's on the corner of Jatan and Catawba. Actually, if you're in Cornelius, it's right next to Waterbean Coffee. So it's right there in that intersection.
So let's talk about some of the other services that you provide. So you do have this sort of, I call it enterprise business as well, right? So there's a lot of small business people that are listening. Talk a little bit about that type of service, which is more than just what I have, which is me and my wife and maybe my Julie, my company Factotum that you help, right? So talk a little bit about a larger company.
Yeah, so we actually, what we'll do is we'll do the home user and the large company, they get the same type of service, which is cool. But for large businesses, we depending on how many workstations you have a flat rate per month, and it's extremely reasonable. So for 5 computers in your small business, if you're at $150 a month, you're getting that unlimited tech support. I also come in and do vendor management for you. So like, let's say you're confused on your internet bill and why your internet bill is so high. I will actually have local companies shoot me quotes, and we'll get you in the best system that you need. So everything from hosting your email to the tech support to making sure you have the right workstations, depending on what your business does, we'll take care of you. So,
well, one of the things you do for me, which is cool, is you'll help me with the actual hardware, and you really don't try and make a lot of money off that stuff. You're just trying to help me make sure I make the right choice on that stuff.
Yeah, I want to gain a customer for life. I don't want to sell you a computer, make $100 and never see you again. I want to, if I save you money from going somewhere else and making sure that you're in the right device, then I will have you as a customer for as long as we know each other. And that's how our business model is. I mean, if you look online, you can see we don't have a single negative review, and I take a lot of pride in that. I rather break even on selling you a laptop and keeping you as a customer for life than making $100 off of you and you being upset that you overpaid and never coming back.
Right. Well, that brings me to my next question. I know of, obviously, because of the nature of my business, a lot of tech companies, startups that have tried to do what you're doing and have not been able to succeed. What is it you think that you are doing differently that keeps you around?
The biggest thing is I refuse to let a customer leave my office upset or end a phone call in a negative way. I mean, IT's stressful, but technology was designed to make life easier, and sometimes it doesn't for people.
No,
so
it kills me.
Yeah, you have to step down to their level.
Sometimes I call you and I just want to choke somebody.
I understand. You take that on me sometimes, and then I have to bring you a cigar, and everything's fine. So, it's you got to understand where you got to step into the customer's shoes, and you got to understand where they're coming from, and you got to make sure it's as painless as possible for them.
Right. What advice would you give somebody thinking about starting a small business? Because I've watched you. You are a true entrepreneur. I mean, I have watched you over the years just because we have this close relationship. And I don't call everybody an entrepreneur. There's a lot of small business operators out there, right? You're a true entrepreneur. What advice would you give somebody thinking about starting a business?
One for sure is you want to make a good business model and set yourself some goals. Goals help me get by to this day. Another thing is you have to live it. I mean, it's your baby. When you're starting a business, it's not a 9 to 5. It's a 24/7, 365. So that's the biggest thing where I think people make mistakes.
Right. And so my final question, my friend, the small business people out there that are listening that say, man, I don't need to spend that $30, or whatever it would take to do that. I can just deal with this on my own. What would you say to them? What is it that the comfort that you can give them that it really is worth the value? Because I think I could say it till I'm blue in the face, but I'm not the guy you should listen to when it comes to IT stuff.
A lot of people don't think about me until their computer breaks or they need something, right? And then that depends on how much money are they going to lose when their computer's down, or how much business are they going to lose? How stressed out are they going to be? We are still a break-fix store. So, I mean, we still have people that walk in and say, oh, I have a virus, and it takes 2 days to get their computer back. That's understandable. But if you look at how much your cost is over the year, if you take your computer in for 2 tune-ups a year and it's $150 a month, right then and there you're going to be saving money. And a lot of people, we have a free trial. So if people are interested or thinking about it, it's a 14-day free trial. They can send me an email, support@wehandletech.com, or if they go on our website, they can fill out some of that information and just test it out. We rarely ever have people cancel. It's a no contract, so it's a month-to-month type deal. And usually, unless someone moves away, they're staying. They enjoy it that much that they don't leave.
WeHandleTech.com. Correct, my friend?
Yes, and one more thing. We're actually doing a free educational class. So for any type of beginners that are listening on the radio and like they would like to know how to use their computer to its potential, or type up Word documents, Excel spreadsheets, do emails, we have a free class. It's next Friday, and it will be at Waterbean Coffee. And they can also send us an email to get more information. It's a completely free class.
I think I could use that myself.
Yeah, stop on by.
I don't need to do that. I can call you anytime. I'm a client. So do me a favor. Tell me, is it any computer? Does it matter whether it's a Dell or a Mac or whatever?
It does not matter. It could be a Mac, it could be a MacBook Pro, it could be a Dell laptop, it could be your iPad, it could be anything.
Got it.
Yes.
Thanks, my friend. You are a true friend, buddy. Thank you so much.
Yes, anytime.
You are listening to Travis, owner, founder of We Handle Tech. And I absolutely support Travis 100%. And I found him to be everything he says he is. Thank you, my friend. I really do appreciate it.